Alrighty. Hello. Is this thing working? Holy shit. Took a turn tonight, did it not? Hello, everybody. Let me get over here. Welcome back, everybody. Hello. I didn't forget the wig this week. It's off in my face. Let me turn this off. All right. Let's see here. What's up, everybody? Hello. Welcome. Episode 5. Took a dark turn. They changed some things up a bit. We'll go through it. What's up, everybody? Hello, Nicole, Mother of Dragon, Mazuma Nata, K-Dubs, Jason Weeks. What's up? Someone, Voodoo Darlin, Sammy, Becky, Maria, CT, Matthew. Hello. Can you hear me? We're good. Hello, Travis. How are you? Colin, Diane Harris. Hello, John Haymaker. Cheryl Brown. Hello, Lady Jen. Lucis, loving this Witcher and House of Dragon crossover event. Yeah, man, that's what we're trying to do. Geralt of Talladega. I got failed last time by Doc for missing the wig, so I can't do the fail again. Anyway, wow, we took a sharp turn. Halfway through this season. I think that's the last we see of the younger versions of these characters. So we'll see what happens next week. But damn, B Winkles, welcome. Thank you for subbing. Appreciate it. Got a couple of super chats already. Oh, okay. I did not see that. I apologize. I'm a little late here. I was a little late watching it, and I have to pause it and take notes, and so I get behind. So I apologize. So anyway, let's jump into it. We'll go through the usual. I will go over just a quick little recap, review, slice type thing, and then we'll talk about whatever openly. Jordan, thank you for subscribing really quick. LFP, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. Don't see a question there. And then Greenleaf, thank you again for the super chat. Kristen and Rhaenyra equals Tyrion and Shay and Arya and Gendry, Sir Laenor and Sir Joffrey, Sir Loras and Renly magic. It does rhyme. So thank you for the super chat. Absolutely. We'll get to that. So thank you, Paula. Yeah, we were supposed to do the wig every week, and I keep forgetting. And then Doc failed me. He'll type the fail command if I don't put the wig on. The Targaryen white Geralt of Talladega Witcher wig. What's up, Jessica? How are you? Anyway, so let's jump in and get caught up here. I did see Lord Kev. I did, man. What's up, Randy? How are you? Aaron. I don't know if that's Aaron or Ron. Aaron. Kristen Cole started all this. Kind of, sort of. I mean, it's a little bit of everybody. This changed from the books. This is TV versions, but and it kind of confirms things, at least for the show canon. It's going to be, this not in the. There's no details in the books like, the thing with Daemon and Rhea Royce and all that stuff, and Sir Kristen Cole. Did he? We got confirmation, at least in the show, that for sure he loved Rhaenyra and wanted to run off with her, and she denied him, and that started the thing. And then Joffrey jumped in. We'll talk about Joffrey in a second, and he didn't last long. Let's see. Moonlight Special, ain't Alicent blood of them holier than thou people of the City Watch who made Cersei walk naked? I don't know. I don't know about Hightowers. She's just from House Hightower. That was a different. I mean, there were people from all. We don't really know who they're all there from. They did convert some people from major houses for sure. Sammy, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Sammy. One taste of dragon, and Sir Krispy Kreme got obsessed. He did, but I guess the thing about it is, remember, the show's jumping years at a time here, or whatever. I think this is the same time period, obviously, from last week, but we're 4 years out now from when he was first assigned to her as personal guard, King's Guard, all that stuff as well. Let's see. Yeah, and Paula Rose, I was going to say this. They went to the green dress already, so they've changed this already, it seems. We'll see if they have another event that really establishes blacks and greens, but we'll definitely get to that. So, anyway, thank you, Sammy, for the super chat. Appreciate it. So let's go through it really quick, and then we will openly talk about all this. We start off with Rhea Royce. We saw her for, I don't know, a minute and a half, talking shit to Daemon. He shows up in the Vale. We talked about this last week. right near Runestone. We saw Runestone there, I think, in the background. Pretty cool. And yeah, so Damon, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I guess he planned this, obviously, but it's like you got to fall just right for that to work, for it to be a plan. I guess he was just going to make it look like an accident either way, but she happened to land wrong when he scared the horse or whatever he did. And so that was confirmed, a book thing. That's always been a question. Some of these deaths that make it convenient for new wives, husbands, etc., did it, were they on purpose or whatever. Hello, Lori Perkins, how are you? Hello, Meg Paul. Greg Cushing, how are you? So anyway, Damon kills her, and then I guess finishes it off with she's paralyzed apparently, finished her off with a rock, make it look like a accident under the horse. So Damon, there's the bad guy, right? The bad half of Damon. So I'm telling you though, every time he's on the screen, he don't have to say a word. He just steals the show. Lady Jen, thank you for the super chat. I still say this is the blacks and the greens. Where there's smoke screen, there's fire and blood. Who dat? Hot mighty. Who dat? Thank you. Yeah, so this is, I guess this is what they're going to probably start whispering from instead of a tournament or something. We'll see what they do if they add any other tournament to where there's a black dress versus green and all that stuff. But they said it right there. You heard him say this, what the high towers burn. And when war starts, so she came in late on purpose wearing green. I guess that's what they're doing for the show version, I'm assuming. It really happened quick. She made this turn. She still believed Rhaenyra, and then all of a sudden she hears the truth. We'll get to that in a second, obviously, about him, about Kristen Cole, and then got an ally really quickly. So she's already playing the Game of Thrones now to this point. It happened pretty quickly. They kind of made it all on Otto before, and now it's all about Alicent's kind of taking over. We'll see Otto again though. So anyway, we see apparently Viserys. I think they confirmed this online. He's got leprosy. This is not a book thing; it's different. So leprosy is the thing. He collapsed at the end there. I don't know if he's dead yet. I don't think he is, but he won't be long. I don't think. Obviously, spoiler alert, but I mean we see it coming. So I think he's got leprosy. So I believe that's what they confirmed online. So Viserys heading to Driftmark. It was really cool to see Driftmark, by the way. Really cool. I need to, when I watch it again. Sarah Kay, yes, Alicent is absolutely a hypocrite. I'm glad people still see that. I think they're making a little too much about Otto and men are bad and all that kind of stuff when Alicent in the books wants this just as much as Otto. But I do understand it starts with him, but she jumps on board really quickly. So I'm glad they made the switch there fairly quickly. Lady Eternal, apparently Viserys only rode Balerion once because he gets real bad motion sickness. Yeah, thank you for the super chat, Lady Eternal. Yeah, that's the problem. He about the leprosy or whatever, if they're making that the show thing, is there's been theories that since he was not a dragon right away, he technically was once, but he didn't get another dragon. That's why he can get these diseases and stuff. Because Targaryens are immune to some, not completely, obviously. I'm not saying they're completely immune. Jake from State Farm, again, thank you for the super chat. Rhaenyra offers her Krispy Kreme sloppy seconds. Basically, but what she was saying is he has his taste, I have mine. We'll keep doing the same thing. We just won't be married. But he was like, he wants it all. Thank you, man, for the super chat. Appreciate it. See Otto leaving King's Landing. Again, this is what he's telling Alicent, basically prepare Aegon, as we saw in the teaser. And again, I just mentioned that you're making it all on Otto, where Alicent still defends her at least in that scene. But it's more like, again, it's a change from the books where Alicent's she also wants Aegon to be king. It's not just Otto, but he is a cocksucker. So we go to Driftmark. We see Laena for the first time, adult Laena, grown Laena. We see her a little bit in this episode, at least. Too bad we have not seen her and her riding Vhagar yet. I don't know why they apparently cut that out. Apparently they cut out the scene in episode 2 or 3, possibly, where she rides Vhagar. So didn't get to see Vhagar, but we did see Laena. And you can see how, Corlys was like, snubbing Viserys a little bit. You know what I mean? He's still bitter about this whole succession thing. So he didn't greet the king. we see Lara Strong in the Godswood, the Clubfoot, talking to Alicent and basically saying that starting the shit right that she knows about the Moon Tea now, and so it starts to make her question Rhaenyra even more. So that was the kind of the purpose of that. We see about Sarah's meeting with Corlys, obviously offering the marriage up for Rhaenyra and Laenor, and they talk the details. And I thought it was interesting. They mentioned, he asked about their last names. So yeah, take his last name to stick with tradition. But when that child takes the Iron Throne, it will be a Targaryen name. That's an interesting way to think about the whole, queen thing or whatever, as far as marriage and taking last names. So that's interesting. They threw that in there, worked out the details, and I guess let's see. Thank you, Frazzled MKM, for subscribing. Thank you, appreciate it, man. We have let's see, Rhaenys and Laenor, they have their talk, and basically they understand. I mean, it's been whispered, everybody knows basically that Laenor is gay. Even Rhaenys says it. And Corlys still kind of denies it. Oh, he's young, he'll grow out of it. No, he won't. So they have an understanding. Look, it's a political marriage. We'll do what we have to do, but we can still have our own taste and do what we want, kind of setting up the future. So they agree to that, which is cool. So Corlys still won't admit to that, even though he's obviously heard the rumors or whatever. And obviously in the end of this episode, it's pretty damn clear, and nobody says a word. It's really odd. He openly, obviously, Joffrey gets bashed in. We'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, Rhaenys comes in. I like Rhaenys that we saw her in Maylee's this episode as well. So Rhaenys has a little bit more going on this episode, warning that there will be blood, there will be knives drawn, all that stuff. We saw that from the teaser. So we see Laenor in kind of confirmation. Laenor and this is Joffrey Lonmouth. So later, I don't know if they're going. Later on, we'll see Carl Corey. I won't go into any details there. We'll see another guy that he's supposedly lovers with. We'll see, but this did confirm all that with Joffrey Lonmouth. So that's who that was, and they kind of played both sides. Where at the wedding, Joffrey somehow guesses just by the look of Kristen Cole that he loves Rhaenyra, and so they have their secrets, and it becomes a whole political thing. Obviously, the wedding was really interesting, seeing a lot of little shit going on with the wedding. Anyway, so we did get confirmation. The big thing here that makes everything change, right, is Rhaenyra and Kristen on the boat on the way back to King's Landing, I guess, after being at Driftmark, and he asked her, basically, this is one of the accounts in Fire and Blood, he says, let's just leave it all behind. Let's go. Let's take off across to Essos, and we'll live happily ever after. We can forget all these titles, and we can get married and do all the things we want to do and be free. And she turns him down. She denies him. So that's interesting. That was one account of Fire and Blood that you don't know which one's right, but for the show at least, he does ask her to leave. So he's been in torment ever since he rode the dragon last week, for the last couple of weeks or whatever it's been since this last episode. So that really, he walks off, and that starts to obviously the divide. And later on, of course, he finds a little solace with Alicent, because she learns the truth and really turns on Rhaenyra almost in an instant, it seems. It seemed really quick, but I'm glad that went ahead and happened. We see Viserys, he's just collapsing. He's bleeding all over the place. The leprosy thing, I guess, is what they're doing, so he's don't have long. Obviously, shit's about to go down. We're getting closer here. It's really building up now. It was, Meg. It was a fucking bonkers episode. That's a good way to put it. I mean, a lot of shit happened quickly, especially during that wedding, the wedding feast at least. So anyway, it gets denied. Alicent summons Sir Kristen Cole, and then, of course, she's just trying to confirm the rumor of Daemon. She thinks it's about Daemon. I mean, she's saying she didn't finish her sentences right, so she's like, did it happen? She went out with her uncle and whatever, and he thinks it's about him, and he fully fucking admits it. Like, yes, I did it. It's my fault. I broke my bowels. I just asked that don't torture me. Just sentence me to a clean death, a quick death. And she basically lets him go because she knows now, being in this kind of mindset of the throne and Aegon and all the things her dad's been telling her, that now she has an ally. So that's obviously turned the tides. We saw at the ending with he was going to do seppuku in the damn in front of the godswood or something. That's a change. I don't remember that being the book thing for sure. And then Allison stops him, and it's like, how does he get by with this now? He did this in public, and the thing that was a big. I mean, how did nobody say anything about this in this wedding feast? Like all this going down. Why is he beating the shit out of this dude? You know, nobody has a clue, and they just kind of let it happen. So really kind of a weird scene that nobody broke up or anything. It's like it's during a wedding, and I know they're all trying to see back there what was going on. But, yeah, Moonlight Special, it went so fast. It did. I mean, it just kind of turned, and boom, it was on. It really went fast. Anyway, so he admits to riding the dragon with Rhaenyra, basically, and he thought the whole time it was about him, and obviously she was asking about Daemon, so it was like a oopsie. I mean, if he would have let her finish, she would have said, do you know if she slept with her uncle? And he would have been like, No, I don't think so. She went out, she came back, she didn't say a word about it, it'd have been fine. But he kind of just spilled the beans. I want to mention really quickly, too, the scene with Viserys. Mellos, the Maester, is he killing him to working with I think they're working with the Hightowers. Pretty clear they're working together. I don't think it necessarily fits a big dragon conspiracy because it's just for Otto to get Aegon on the throne, which is his grandson. Still a Targaryen, though. But it seems to be that, either they're completely have no idea what they're doing and keep doing leeches and whatever. It seems like he's basically killing him. It just seems to me that's at least the way they're hinting, is that Mellos is speeding along what's going on with Viserys. So I don't know if you guys feel that way, but Mellos is not just like treating him. It doesn't seem like he's. I know they don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know these diseases, but come on, man. Nev, the feast turned into a scene from Roadhouse. We're just missing Swayze. Exactly. It was so quick, and I couldn't really. I kind of stood up in front of the TV to see what was going on. Alpha saying, yes, I think Mellos is poisoning the king. Yeah, I mean, well, he's out. He does have a disease, and you can't like give somebody that, but it seems to be that he's at least helping it along for sure. I don't know about poison, but he's definitely not trying to alleviate things. Of course, they probably couldn't anyway, but the point being it's fairly clear that he's working with Otto, essentially, the Hightowers at least. Burt Bishop, riding the dragon changes a man. Also here it's 10 degrees hotter. It might be. I bet it is. Anyway, so Daemon, we go to, we're going to the wedding now. We see Melee's first time. Melee's and Rhaenys riding Melee's. Wasn't really a close-up. And then Sea Smoke again, as we saw the other week, with Laenor riding to King's Landing and the whole entire Velaryon fleet, like we talked about in the preview video. Daemon arrives at the wedding, just kind of walks in, surprises everybody, and just smiles and takes a seat. He walks into the room. He doesn't have to say a word. And he kind of just has this presence and steals the scene, and he gets a chair, just sits down like he's supposed to be there. Obviously, later on, he takes a look at Laena, tells her she's prettier than her brother. So I love the lines he does have. Alicent, the whole thing with the green, she arrives in the green dress in the middle of the speech, purposely late, already basically declaring war, already turned on Rhaenyra like that, and it's obvious, it's pretty obvious what she's doing. And they have the Harwin Strong even say, the Hightowers burn green in the Hightower when it's ready for time for war. So she came in wearing the green dress. So I guess we'll start hearing the whispers now of blacks and greens. But you think Rhaenyra would have been wearing a black dress. So we'll see if they do any of these post-wedding tournaments or whatever and actually do the formal thing where she's wearing black or whatever. I think they probably will, but I don't know. That seems to be the beginning. They mentioned it, so this may just be it. As far as the blacks and the greens, but we'll hear that starting to be whispered at some point very soon. So interrupted that the dance, the dance happened, and they're each looking like Rhaenyra's looking at Kristen Cole, and of course Daemon. She's still something with him too. Obviously, Laenor's looking at Joffrey. So they have their secrets. The whole thing happens where they somehow figure out Kristen Cole's riding the dragon, and he goes and kind of confirms that and says, hey, we got, we're on the same side here. We'll keep them safe and blah, blah, blah. Or, for all the political protecting their interest things. But I guess he snaps. Before we get to that, though, we saw Geralt Royce come in, the father, so he obviously knows somehow or believes that Daemon did kill Rhea, and basically threatens him right there in front of the king. I thought that was a bit odd. I'm making an accusation. I mean, he could have snapped his fingers and had him killed right there on the spot, but he says, yeah, I'll be flying down here talking about my inheritance, and perhaps you'll be there. So, I mean, it was just another kind of a smooth little thing. But, I mean, if Viserys or even Daemon, they heard all that, right? They could have easily just had him beheaded just right there on the spot. So I thought that was pretty ballsy. So shout out to Geralt Royce for at least standing up for his niece. Anyway, so Daemon, take a look at Laena. We have a little moment with Laena and Daemon. That's certainly going to be a thing probably. Joffrey Lawnmouth lasted an episode. That's all. Damn. We couldn't tell what was going on. I thought somebody was rushing in the room, but apparently Kristen Cole just snapped and boom, that was the end of him. I thought that was going to be break bones, because Harwin Strong was out there and he's the one who rescued Rhaenyra from the crowd and the mob or whatever. So that's obviously there for a reason too. But he smashed his face in. He lost it. He snapped, and he went outside after this while the actual wedding's taking place. Lenora's openly crying over this dude in front of the hall, and then they have the wedding anyway. He's still crying, and she's sympathetic towards him, whatever. But Kristen just goes out to the Godswood. This is like all new show stuff as far as I know, and was going to essentially commit seppuku. Just take himself out for doing that, I guess, in front of everybody. I don't know why there wasn't more questions about it. Maybe we'll have discussions about it. But and then Alicent comes out and saves him essentially. So anyway, damn good episode. It went from good to bonkers, as we said earlier, real quick. So anyway, open discussion now. What do you guys think, man? A lot of shit going on, a lot of shit happening at the same time, obviously in this crazy wedding feast. So we kind of saw a wedding and a funeral, and then Viserys actually, obviously drops. He drops. I don't know if he's dead or something, but we'll see during the wedding too. So I don't think so. I think that'll be a little while longer. So I think he'll be like on bed rest or something, maybe the last few episodes. Anyway, let's see. All right. Yeah, that's what I mean, Randy. That's what I was confused by. How does he just get to walk out on something like that? He is a Kingsguard, so he could easily say that he was threatening, Rhaenyra or something, made a mark towards the king, whatever it is, but we didn't get any of that stuff. It was just like they cleared out the hallway and then did the wedding anyway with only them in there, nobody watching. So it's like, Eisen, that's what I was saying. Viserys is alive 10 years later in the promo. Yeah, I hadn't looked at the promo yet. We always do that at the end of this stream. We'll do that for sure. That's what I'm going to say. I think he's going to be at least just bedridden for a while or something for a long time, because you got to have them obviously, do the 15-year time jump or whatever it's going to be. I guess it's about 15 years. She'll have kids already, all that stuff. So we're going to big time jump next week, and we will no longer see Millie Alcock and I'm sorry, I forgot the actress' name that plays young Alicent. We'll jump to the older ones next week. So they did a hell of a job, outstanding. So cheers to them. Diane, I can't help but get a Catelyn Stark vibe from Alicent. She is a hypocrite and thinks her kids are the only ones that matter. Yeah, this is the thing I was saying, Diane, about Alicent. And, they changed some stuff from the books. And again, we don't have details from the books, so it's fine. And this is a separate canon or whatever. But, she's just as much wants Aegon to be king than as Otto. But they made it all about him kind of in the show, getting in her head and starting to plant those seeds. Which, you feel bad for her for a while until all this happens. But it's really because, Rhaenyra went out and she got laid, essentially, and now she's jealous and she's playing because she's the queen. and playing her role, and Rhaenyra's out here doing what she wants, and it becomes a jealousy thing. It seems to be, but this happened real quick. So now it's kind of like the Alicent you expect, is what I'm saying, I guess. Voodoo Darling, Joffrey pulled a knife on him. I bet they're using that as an excuse for the Kristen to kill him. Maybe. Yeah, no, he absolutely could. I didn't see that though. I just saw him like talking to him, and then he kind of tapped him on the shoulder, like, we got our secrets, everything's cool, let's just keep it that way. And then I thought I saw people rushing in the back. It didn't. I couldn't see. I guess they were rushing to them. But it was a little chaotic, so I wasn't sure what the hell was going on. Because Kristen Cole gets thrown. I mean, I'm sorry, not Kristen Cole. Laenor gets thrown across the table, but he's trying to get to Joffrey, right? So that explains that. So he got a bit busted up too. But anyway. Oh yeah. No, I saw that, CT. You're right. No, I don't mean to say he didn't. I mean, like, just what started it. Did he just snap on him and knock him to the floor? And then Laenor rushed over trying to get to him, and I think that's probably what happened. But yeah, he did pull a knife on him, but he was already. I mean, he beat the shit out of him, literally. So, R.I.P. Joffrey. He thought he made a calculated political move and thought they had a good thing going there to continue their future together. And oops, Cole just snapped. So yeah, he's emotional. He's a little emotional after riding the dragon, and he's all in love. Anyway, so, but that's a good way to use it, right? It's a good way to do it. I mean, it's oh shit, Natalie, we got to add your simp command to Nightbot. Remind me to do that. I can't do it now unless you have Mazuma or Big Kev who knows how to do commands. Josh, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. 50, thank you, man. Love seeing this channel live every Sunday again. Just ordered your book. Can't wait to read it. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you for the 50, and thank you for grabbing the Crimson Gods. And I get in trouble, but whatever. Crimson Gods. It's still on sale, by the way, on Amazon. The hardcover is only $14 or something. It was like $5, but I do have a dark fantasy book out. Grab it, and thank you guys for leaving the reviews on Amazon. Really appreciate it. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's see. There. Siri Evanstar. In the end, Rhaenyra is falling victim to the women can't have fun outside of marriage issue. Alicent is just jealous of her freedom and what she gets away with. Yes, it seems to be that at the core of it, what it is. Because when she said last week, oh yeah, I look forward to living in a castle and pushing out heirs, and then that's exactly what Alicent was doing, which they did the juxtaposition with that last week. So yeah, essentially she turns on her when she could support her friend and have the first queen, and all that stuff. But when it comes to her own sons, then she wants them to be in power. So she's an absolute hypocrite. She could have stopped all this. And I hope they make that perfectly clear. I mean, they should. It's not just like Otto did it all, right? More complicated than that. Galaxy, a.k.a. Galaxy, fantastic book. Picked it up after the first live stream. Very impressed. Oh, thank you, Galaxy. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. Randy Suimatsu, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate the 5. Doesn't Alicent believe Rhaenyra would eventually have to kill her kids? At least now that seemed to be her fear or plan. Yeah, I don't buy that for a second. I don't buy that for a second. That was Otto's little thing to get her to really be on board with the Aegon thing. The king will die. He obviously knows the secrets of his disease or whatever is going on. They've been talking about that since the beginning. Keep it quiet to the maesters. Obviously, they're working with the maesters. But there'll be no reason. There'll be no reason for Rhaenyra to have to do that. And she certainly wouldn't unless it came down to, if she became queen like normal, and then there was some kind of uprising, then for sure. But he plants that fear. but she would not. I don't believe she would have to do that until there were issues with her kids later. Which I guess is what he's saying, but we shouldn't know that yet until she has kids that are not hers, with those rumors. So it's just a scare tactic, essentially, but it works, I guess. Excuse me. Lolita, let's see, wasn't it Joffrey with a J in Got? Yes, it was. Joffrey's a very common name in Ice and Fire. So Joffrey from Got is one of a billion Joffreys. He was just the most well-known, obviously, and the worst. Kyle's Money. Kyle's Money. Smash the like, lovely. Thank you. Meg Paul loves saying strong, just not at Harwin and Harwin jumping all in the business and bowling dudes over. Yes. Yeah, the breakbone. So, yeah, Laris just, I'm sorry, not Laris. Harwin goes and grabs Rhaenyra just from a nod from the new Hand of the King. So that was cool. Get him involved. And, she obviously ran into him last week on her little night out on the town. And that was no accident either because he's still captain of the City Watch. So, yeah, Lionel is, they just kind of mentioned that offhand. Lionel is now Hand of the King since he dismissed Otto. And he is the Hand of the King, so they didn't actually show obviously that him being named Hand of the King. So, let's see, Sammy, thank you for the super chat, sir. Damn this fucking wig, Sir Chris. Damn it, I gotta find this again. Hold on, I gotta find it again. Hold on. There it is. Sir Krispy Kreme got a whiff of that dragon essence in his memory and went Jamie pushing Bran out the tower. He did. He did. He got essence of dragon essence. That's a good way to put it, Sammy. Yes. He got he fell in love real quick. But I mean, I know. Look, they don't show all this, but they've had the relationship over years now. So they had that. That's basically what he was talking about when he was begging her to let's just leave. Now, the book thing, I think it was interesting. She didn't mention, speaking of that, Sammy, is that he says all that, and she mentions, I have to do my duty, blah, blah, blah. But in the book it said, and I believe it's Mushroom that says this account, that she says, if you're going to break your vows for a night, for a king's, being a Kingsguard, what would you do to me? So it's interesting she didn't say anything like that. I mean, there's no need for it necessarily, but just saying that was a different little take on the Mushroom account, I think. Mother of Dragon. Is Mizuma doing magic-y nerd stuff? Are you doing the command? I'm sorry if I missed it. Lord Kev got it. Okay, all right, it's cool. Somebody. Let's see. Patrick Glanville. Allison is not jealous. She thinks Rhaenyra is undeserving. Little both. I mean, I think they made that pretty clear to me. And again, in my opinion, last week when they showed her laying there while they're doing the thing, and she's not enjoying it. And it's not that she don't care for Viserys, and Viserys cares for her, but at least in that moment, while they're, Rhaenyra's out running with freedom for the night, she's doing her part and pushing out heirs. And so there's some degree of jealousy there. But, no, you're not wrong for sure. As far as she thinks that she is sullied, she's very religious, and now she's undeserving. So that's her justification in a way. So you're not wrong for sure. But now she turns into the thing she hates. Meg Paul Harwin, fine AF too. Not a bad choice in an aesthetic marriage. Yeah. I guess. I mean, he's got a nice smile. They showed that off, right? Rebecca Powell, thank you for the super chat as well. Thank you for the 10. Where did Damon go during the fight? Last we saw he was in the crowd, right? Super stoked. Be back every Sunday with you. Thank you, Rebecca. It's a good question. It was pretty chaotic. I didn't understand, he was back there with Rhaenyra, so I don't know how they got separated. You would think that Damon would like grab her, because he does care for her, although he plays these games. You think he would grab her, but I don't know if they got separated or what was going on. So he may have just disappeared. I have no idea. It was really confusing as far as like the scene and what was going on. Because it seemed to be when he talked to Kristen Cole, Joffrey did, and then he tapped him on the shoulder, like patted him on the back type of thing. It seemed to me they were done. Like, so I don't know if he started to walk away and he went after him. We just didn't see enough. So I'll watch it again and see if I can pause it and see what the hell's going on. But it's a good point. I don't know where Damon was, and he wasn't in there. I don't think for the marriage I didn't see him, so he just vanished again. It's a good question. Greenleaf, thank you for the super chat again. Loved where they beckoned Sir Kristen Cole and where Arya stood on the toe, on one toe, practicing to be a night and water dancer. I did not notice Greenleaf. Was he standing there? Yeah, I think you're right, man. That's cool. I'll check it out again, obviously, but I wasn't even paying attention to the location. I did notice he was standing above stairs, but I didn't think about it being the same spot. So that would be the Tower of the Hand. I don't know why he'd be there, but they moved things around, so who knows? It's kind of a different place. Very cool, very good catch. The Hound. Oh, you're talking about the Hound, missing the Hound. Yeah, I love the Hound, man. Paula Rose, thank you for the super chat as well. For the 10, Strong Boy talking to Allison at Hearttree. Reminded me of the scram from Lord of the Rings where Cream of Worm Tongue whispers lies to the King of Rohan's ears. Yeah, it is. It's kind of exactly what it is. Essentially, he's planting these seeds of doubt, and I hear she's unwell. Seems to be that the Maester sent her moon tea, because that was an extra little detail that Allison didn't know. She thought it was basically done. She talked to her. She swore on her family and everything else and believed her, and then she was just going to just find out, just to make sure, because she heard that from the clubfoot, obviously, and then hell, he spills the beans before she can even ask the question, and wasn't even talking about him. MMA family, you have already chosen sides, I guess. It is the wig. No, I was going to actually wear this MMA. I was going to wear this from week 1, but I forgot for a couple weeks, and I got yelled at by everybody. So I put it on, and it's so terrible. This is a shitty, cheap plastic thing I did for Twitch, and then used it in those Game of Thrones comedy skits. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, look, I am Team Black, but I do with the show, at least with the details, you do have a better sense of why, the Greens are doing what they're doing. The cool thing is everybody seems to love Daemon, and I do too. We ain't seen Aemond yet. You're gonna have an Aemond come along. We saw Helena again this episode, so next episode we will see, obviously, Aemond One Eye will already be older and training with Sir Kristen Cole and all that stuff, I'm assuming. So it's gonna be interesting to see how people's allegiance maybe they change, maybe they have at least a better understanding of each one of each team and their motivations. But to me, it's still not enough right now, and I don't think it will be, but we'll see. It's going to be interesting to hear from a lot of you guys who haven't read stuff, whether you're Team Black or Team Green. Lucis, we might need a supercut of Christy playing with this wig. Here, do I need to play with my hair? I need a ponytail holder back here. That's what I need. I'm going to take this damn thing off in a minute, I'm telling you. What's up, Raina? How are you? Raina Marie. John Haymaker, what was that food on the plate in front of the king? I don't know. It looked like a bird. Did it not? I mean, that was a quick little shot, but he was ripping it apart, started bleeding again. It looked like a damn bird, like a whole solid bird. I don't know. I just called. I noticed it, but I didn't pause it then. Excuse me. Wee Man Shem, that's what I was going to say, asking how did the clubfoot know about the tea. I don't know. The only thing I can possibly imagine is that the Maester himself told him, because he's obviously talking to the Hightowers, but the Strongs, I don't know why he would know that. I guess he did say he talked to him directly, so maybe he's the Clubfoot in the books too is just like he said. He actually mentioned that he's more of a he just listens and observes things. So it may be that he went and just got some information out of him to start shit, because it's kind of like information's his weapon type of thing. He can't obviously be the badass knight or whatever that his brother is. So, but yes, it's a good question. Oh yeah, Luce is probably a duck, since it looked like a small bird. I'm just saying. I don't know. I didn't pause it, but thank you, AJ. Thank you. Yes, John Haymaker. Yes, a scrunchie from having a daughter. I know what scrunchies are. I should have borrowed one of her hair scrunchies. Jesus. Anyway. Scott of Greywater Watch. What's up, Scott? Joe Magician thinks he's a green seer. Okay. I don't know what you mean, but shout out to Joe, I guess. Ryson, yeah, I know he's the king and it's medieval, but I kind of felt pain watching him eat that bird with silverware. I know, just pick the damn thing up. Yeah, trying to roast duck with Lorraine. Yeah, just pick the damn thing up. I agree. Let's see. Sammy had literally just started reading Fire and Blood. Oh, nope, I'm losing my space here. Literally just started reading Fire and Blood. I've been Team Black from the jump because Daenerys is my queen. Now I'm all for ancestors. Yes, exactly. So yeah, that is true. That is true. Danny is Damon's. Damon is Danny's great grandfather. Is that right? I don't know how many I just said. Something like that. Whatever. But from her line, from Rhaenyra's line, right? Darkside Viserys went full hound on that fucking chicken. I miss the hound so much, man. I wish we had a hound character. We can't have the hound. You can never recreate the hound. Bankton saying he was stabbing it like he wished it was Daemon. Yeah, he's definitely, look, Viserys right now, I've seen some great memes of this too. He's probably just ready to die. He is so sick of all this shit, man. He's sick of his brother coming back and forth. He's trying to please everybody, but that's what the problem with Viserys is he's so worried about pleasing everybody, which is impossible, that he pleases nobody, and he's just sick of the whole damn thing, man. You feel bad for the dude. He's really playing him well. Way more depth than we ever considered from Book Viserys, who's just basically explained to be a good guy and a weak king. So that's why it's cool to see the on-screen stuff. Jay Lopez, this episode was lit as fuck. It was. It went from good this episode to fucking great. I mean, I will say, like I said about the dance, the celebration before the wedding, a little chaotic. A lot going on in one spot, right? Everybody gets together and starts plotting and scheming, and there's a lot going on, but it's like, yeah, I mean, I couldn't quite see what was happening. It's in the scuffle and what started it and all that stuff. But yeah, no, a lot changed really quickly. And Alicent finally went Alicent and came in with the green. So I'm curious, though, if they're going to call the blacks and the greens. I mean, Rhaenyra was in her wedding dress. It doesn't seem like they would. They mentioned, they straight up said green, about starting war with the Hightowers. But why would they use that there? Because you have to have Rhaenyra in a black dress to call them the black. So I think there'll be some other thing. I think like the books, it's a tournament, but we'll see if they do. Because at this point, I don't know if they even can, because we're going to jump 15 years, and Viserys will still be around, but for a little while. But I don't know how they can do this now if they went ahead and established that then. So because the blacks and the greens, the whispers and what they call them as far as the party of the queen and the party of the princess, that happens long before the actual war starts. So it should have been tonight. So I guess if they're going to do that, they should have had Rhaenyra in a different dress, but it's her wedding dress, obviously, or at least in, I don't know, maybe in a different dress for the dance or the ball or whatever you want to call it, the festival before the wedding. I don't know if they're going to use that. Yeah, Siri, not really that way. Yeah, there's got to be something else. Matt Geo, son, what's up? How you doing, man? Welcome back. Let's see. Yeah, CT. When Damon walked in, Viserys was like, "Are you effing kidding me?" Yeah, he was. He's just done. He's done, man. He's ready to check out now. I feel bad for Viserys, man. I do. I wish we could see the Hound again, man. Lucis, I wish we could get a YouTube short of Chrissy. Now I'm Chrissy. Okay, now I'm Chrissy over here asking his daughter to borrow a scrunchie. Hey, apparently I need to start doing YouTube shorts. Apparently that, I don't know, that seems to work for people. I don't think it's going to work for this channel. Maybe I'll start doing, I wouldn't even know how to do short form content like TikToks and shit. I actually have done a couple on TikTok, but it's more just copying or little clips of this stuff like videos. Siri, we will see plenty of Vhagar. Yeah, I was just hoping we'd see Vhagar earlier and Laena earlier on Vhagar, so you can establish. I think it would be a little better if you knew already. Besides this episode, we saw Laena some, but let's establish a little bit earlier who Laena is down the road. Like, and apparently they did cut that out from episode. I think that was on a Twitter thing I read. That they cut out a scene of her getting on. Her dragon in episode 2, I think it was, I believe. Anyway, so, but yeah, they because it had to be a little bit of an exposition dump there when when Daemon approached her. Demon's Gate, no, Vhagar's episode kind of yikes. Yeah, I was hoping that we'd see Vhagar. She should have flown. That's what I mean. You saw Rhaenys, right? You saw Rhaenys flying to the wedding. You saw Laenor flying to the wedding. Why didn't Laena fly to the wedding? Like I don't understand why they didn't include that. It makes no sense why Laena would ride a boat, or maybe she did, but they just didn't show it, or they cut it out. It don't make a lot of sense. Zuma, take my OnlyFans content, just clip it to TikTok. Cool, yeah, I'll do that, man. I'll definitely, I'll just clip some of my OnlyFans stuff. Jesus, or my feet finder stuff. Alex Contes, what's up, Alex? How you doing, man? How sick? Driftmark looked really good. You're asking how sick was Driftmark? It looked really cool, man. It did. It was cool, and I was telling my cousin Dustin, who was watching with me, Driftmark, High Tide, the castle looked really cool inside. They're older than the Targaryens as far as the house goes. They just were never dragon riders until this last few generations. So they have a lot more history, I guess. But it'd be cool to see what those things mean to them. You know, the old sailors, I guess, or the helmets, the old Valyrians. Dark Side, Viserys needs a Snickers and some milk. He needs something, dude. He's got it rough. CT Driftmark looks super cool. Yeah, and they did say early on, Ryan Condo did it. We'll see. We're going to explore Driftmark quite a bit, but was it just me or the Driftmark, the main little throne room where we sat the driftwood chair, driftwood throne? It reminded me of the room that Qyburn used in Game of Thrones. I know it wasn't, obviously, but the way the stairs came down, where we saw the king coming in, Viserys and all that, it was just, for some reason, I got a glimpse of Qyburn giving those kids candy, the little birds. But yeah, it was very cool. Looked very cool. Matt Geo, quick Q&A. How does Sir Cole get away with punching the future Valorian king at his own wedding? Well, I didn't. That's what I mean. I didn't see him punching Lanor. Somebody else. I don't know who it was. Maybe was it him? I could have missed that. Somebody threw him over a table, like trying to get to Joffrey, but I didn't catch who that was. That's what I mean. I got to go for the video this week. It may take some time because I need to pause a lot of things to figure out what the hell was going on exactly. Like, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It was just really odd. He snapped on him. Lanor tries to get to him. Somebody got involved and like threw him over a fucking table to keep him from breaking it up or something. Yeah, how do you? I don't know. But I guess he knew he was finished anyway, so that's why he goes out to the tree and was going to commit seppuku or something, that's a brand new thing in Ice and Fire for sure. CT Kristen definitely punched him in the face. Okay, yeah, I saw him get up and had a bloody lip or something, but I just couldn't catch who it was, so he was trying to get to him. Okay, that makes sense. So that actually, yeah, so that helps with him going out and trying to off himself, I guess. Okay, so yeah, y'all are saying he punched him. Okay, all right. Yeah, I didn't catch who it was. I was behind and trying to hurry up to get up here because I had paused it a couple times and taken these little notes here and stuff. And anyway, so I had to go. That was a scene that I did rewind a couple times, but I didn't pause it on that particular thing. I was trying to see like who came in, who that was rushing in. I guess that was just some guards. Kenneth Lott, exactly. I actually said that earlier. Not on stream, I mean, but a Dothraki wedding is a dull affair without at least, I think it's 3 deaths, actually. Without 3 deaths, considered a dull affair. Yeah, exactly. Free Candy, Kyra, and Darkside. Siri, Vagar is such an important dragon in the dance. We won't see a ton we see now. I get they are doing it, but I'd love to see more of them. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to have to see lots of dragon stuff going on. But yeah, apparently they did cut out that scene with Vagar with Lena. I don't know why, but I guess they got to do what they have to do for time and money. But if they filmed it, fucking use it, man. I mean, people will watch. It don't matter if you have an extra 5 or 10 minutes on the show, man. But I think next episode will be Vagar. I think we'll start off with. I don't know if they do. I don't want to spoil anything. We got the little clip of Daemon with Lena, like they're dancing or whatever, and he's like complimenting her, and he says, "You're prettier than your brother." I thought that was great, though. So everybody like knows obviously about Laenor or whatever it seems to, but everybody except Corlys who denies it. But will they show? I mean, yeah, they got to. You got to have the kids, man. Yes, I don't know. Bankton, yes, DVD extended release stuff. Yeah, for sure. They'll definitely have all that stuff. Shelly, so I'm here after watching football. I did not watch. I have stopped watching football, man. I used to be obsessed with it. Now I can't do it, man. Serious, them spreading the dragons out in the episodes they get only 9 dragons are shown the first season out of 17. Yeah, no, I think so too. I agree. I'm just saying, like, you had this scene where Rhaenys is flying, and then you see Sea Smoke with Laenor to the wedding. Lena's not going to ride in a boat. She should have been on Vagar. Like, they should have at least shown another dragon in the sky. Whether it's a close up or whatever, I don't know, but. It doesn't make sense. They all fly around, man. They wouldn't. If mom and brother are flying, why would she not? Anyway, I understand they can't have a dragon every shot. Mazuma talking to Neff. Qyburn definitely has that creepy medieval van equivalent. Yeah, for sure. Yes, it is, Becky. It's about to come off. I'm about to go use the restroom, and then come right back, and then we'll take a look at the preview, like we always, or the preview for next week, like we do, and take this damn thing off. We see being cheap with the CGI. Yeah, I mean, I guess they got to spread it out. I mean, you're all right. They gotta spread it out. You can't have them in every scene. And I kind of said that before this season started. They was like, when I did the video on all the dragons, and we talked about some live streams before the show started. I'm like, I know we got a lot of dragons, but it's just mostly going to be some distant shots, at least in season 1, because obviously their budget will grow and they have to show dragons close up and the actual war. Excuse me, but you're going to see people kind of getting off of them, like we saw with Cyrax the first time. You'll see some distant shots. They're not going to do a lot of close-ups right now, but they'll have to. They'll have to later for sure. The dragons are getting the ghost treatment. Yeah, they kind of are. But yeah, they just should have showed at least like a Vagar and stuff. Yeah, no, I get that, Siri, for sure. I mean, they do, and because you're going to have to see, especially season 2 and beyond, we're going to see. Again, I'm not going to spoil anything, but yeah, we're going to have to see them really close up. So that's where the money goes. Excuse me. John Haymaker, Lenore and Ray both stink of dragon. It's true. CT, yeah, I think they want a grand entrance for Vagar. I do too. I agree with that for sure. We saw the teaser where that seems to be. I think I know when that's going to be, what's going to be happening there. I don't want to say for spoilers' sake, but I think that will be Vagar's big shot, I think. But it will be during a certain event, I believe, and it's just a guess of mine. So I'm not going to say what that is. Shelly, it's okay. My son continues to try and pop my NFL bubble with the script thing. I'm not letting him. Bianca, what's up, Bianca? How are you? Who's my favorite Targaryen? Daemon. It always has been. Like if I'm picking all-time Targaryen, it's Daemon. Obviously, I love Dany and stuff like that in the modern era, as we say. But yeah, it's always been Daemon. Ever since the Princess and the Queen, the Rogue Prince short story. Paula Rose, yes, what we were saying earlier. Where did Daemon go during the whole scrap? I have no idea. I mean, he actually didn't start it. He didn't. That's one thing he didn't do. He didn't start the fight, and he wasn't even there. I don't know if he just took off or if they just didn't show him or whatever, or just watched. I have no clue. He probably enjoyed watching. But you would think he would, because Rhaenyra got knocked down by somebody, but you would think he would have grabbed her. I don't know. Matt Gio Q&A, I love how Queen Alicent, I guess you're saying, is all butthurt about Rhaenyra's virtue, like she wasn't whored out by her father. Your thought? No, I agree. I mean, yeah, but they're super religious. She is. And let's the show version here, and she did get married first, and that's all that matters to her. Is like, her friend. I mean, she in a way she's actually looking out for her, right? But thinks she's like quote unquote sullied now and whatever, and she wants her to have a proper match and whatever. But then she hates her own doing her duty thing and hearing from her father, and a little bit of jealousy in there too. So. But now that she's confirmed that she's lied to her, that obviously hurt her a lot. And she's completely switched on her now, for sure. All right, let's see. Yankee fan, do you think Alicent stopped Cole killing himself because she will now have a relationship with him and get back at Rhaenyra? Yankee fan, not a relationship in the sense of a love interest, but an ally. She is now playing the Game of Thrones. So you keep him close, and he will help you with your future plans, which now include usurping Rhaenyra. So that's why she is going to keep him safe from punishment and protect him now, because she knows he is the perfect ally, because he has been scorned. And for Rhaenyra, obviously, he took it out on this dude, and now it's the perfect ally. So can't do that, Becky. Can't do that on that would get us kicked off real quick. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that, Becky. Meg Paul, Fabian, because bitches be judgmental as fuck. Source. I know many bitches. Exactly, Meg Paul. Oh, Jesus. Source. I know many bitches. Oh, shit. That's funny as hell. Let's see. MK Adams, I believe, in episode 2, Rhaenyra goes to Dragonstone Tree with a dragon egg from Daemon. Wouldn't it be ironic if that egg hatched into Sunfire? That dragon ultimately. Spoilers. Don't want to go. I'm not gonna read the rest of that, MK. I know what you're saying. It would be. I don't want to read the rest of that out loud. Yeah, hide that maybe. Sorry. I mean, we're trying to. We do talk spoilers, obviously, but not ahead. We're trying to stay, not jump ahead, is what I'm saying. So, yeah, don't read that if you don't want to be spoiled. But yeah, it would be. Yeah, we're gonna look at it real quick, Brian. I'm gonna go run real quick, take this wig off, run to the restroom, and we'll come back and we'll jump on the little teaser and let you guys get out of here. So we'll pull that up in just a second. So yeah, give me just a minute or two, and I will take this itchy thing off, and be right back, and we'll break down the little teaser. I never watch them, and I watch them first with you guys, and then I'll do a separate little short video. Excuse me, Siri, even through her own twisted way, she is conflicted with wanting to support her, but also her own religious beliefs and duty of her family are making her turn off Rhaenyra. It's all internal. Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of things going on in her head that ultimately make her decide. So, all right, yeah, so let me do that really quick. Let me play you guys this wonderful music. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere, and we'll break down the little teaser. I have not watched it yet, so this will be your first time seeing it. I'll pull it up on YouTube. Here we go. Give me 1 second. And I will be right back. All right. Let's do this. We'll pull up this. Oh, hell, we got all kinds of bots up in here. Let me pull up YouTube. And I'm assuming House of the Dragon, episode 6. And there it is. All right. Hold on. Nope. All right. Let me turn off this great music that y'all love so much. Drag this over here. Drag this over here so I can see the chat. Thank you, Becky. Thank you. What's up, Musi? How are you? What's up, Sydney? An hour late. Yes, we're going over the preview now. That's okay though. I was a little behind because I was watching a little bit later, taking notes. All right, let me pull up this, and we'll go over this, and then we'll put this over here. I think. Okay. All right, so let's check this out. Rayma, yo, it's crazy how I used to watch you all the time when GOT Season 5 was showing for the first time, and now I'm back for House of the Dragon. Glad you're still at this. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. It is crazy. I don't know how I'm still doing it, but we're here. We're here. Sydney said I'm mad I didn't get to see any sex in this episode. I didn't want to see him. I didn't get to see anyone clapping cheeks. I know they're definitely laying off of it in this compared to Game of Thrones for sure. All right, let's go over this. I'm sure most of you have seen this. Yeah, I'm just rambling Yankee fan, and my throat gets dry. That's why I'm hacking. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here. I have not seen this yet. Oh, that looked like yeah, okay, that is correct, C's for sure.
We should address.
So where's he going? Where is that? Is that I guess Dragonstone. Yeah, they did. We never even saw the egg thing, right, in the show. We never saw him go get the dragon egg, so I don't know. Where's he going? This doesn't look like the Vale, so we got Daemon here. We'll see if they do that part where he actually goes to the Vale again. We'll see.
We should address the latest developments in the Stepstones, my lords.
Where, I wonder, is our Prince Daemon?
It was a decade ago, and he has since left the region undefended. We have...
Oh, so here we go. More Stepstone issues. That maybe that's where that was heading. Maybe he was heading there. So now, here's our older Alicent. So, and there's Rhaenyra right there. So Rhaenyra's back here too. So we have Rhaenyra now. So let's see here. I can't see Rhaenyra. Corlys is not back. Larys, Viserys. I guess Thailand. All right.
Address the latest developments in the Stepstones, my lords.
Where, I wonder, is our Prince Daemon?
It was a decade ago, and he has since left the region undefended.
So she's hanging out in the small council, the queen, now? Yeah, why is she here? That guy sent some like Tyrion. Yeah, why is she here in the council? Is that, are they just, clever editing here? Why is she in here?
We have left undefended.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so they can butt heads, I guess. We have left undefended. So she's blaming Daemon.
Undefended.
Oh, hot almighty. Let me back that up.
We have left undefended. My queen.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, she's right. I mean, once it's under Viserys, which he gave him the crown, right? I mean, it is their job to defend it. Not just Daemon. You want to assign Daemon to do that, fine. But she's not wrong.
What are children but a weakness?
Oh, okay. So we got Aemond here. So we got young Aemond. So he's already at this point going to be what? I don't know. What is he, 12? Something like that. I don't know. The years are different for the book. So this is going to be like a 15-year jump. So young Aemond here. Obviously, he's still whole without saying much more. House Vinyl, Christina Cole is smoking hot. I hope he sticks around. He will be around for a bit. He'll be around for a bit. She's the grown-ass queen. Why? Well, that's why Allison's there. What? No, the queen is not, though. The queen is not on the small council, though. I understand. Rhaenyra's been there lately because she's the heir and she's learning all this stuff, but I don't know why she's there. All right. So we got young Aemond. This is going to be interesting. So I wonder if this is going. I mean, you still can't tell. This is what we saw, obviously, in the original teaser and trailer. Is this going to be Vhagar, or is this another dragon before Vhagar? It don't look like the Vhagar that we saw. This same little look here. So we'll see. But anyway, young Aemond. I think people are gonna like Aemond too. You like Viserys, you're gonna like Aemond. I think this is Aegon grown up training here. I think this is Aegon the Third.
Through them, you imagine.
Look at Viserys here. So yeah, I think that's Aegon the Third. You see Strong here, Aegon, I believe the grown Aegon. We never saw but baby Aegon. So I thought they had a clip maybe they cut from like a younger version. Maybe this is still him, and I just could have been somebody else. There's lots of new kids coming up, is what I'm saying. So I think this is going to be Aegon. There's Harwin.
You imagine.
Viserys looks like a zombie. He looks like an actual white here. He looks like an actual white. I mean, look at that. Look at this. He looks like he just came from the army of the dead and put on fresh clothes. Meg Paul, did Harwin just watch Aegon kick that strong kid's ass? Pretty much. But, I mean, Master at Arms, I guess.
Through them, you imagine you persist forever.
Okay, now we're getting, here we go. We got, wait a minute, hold on. Who is?
You.
Yeah, so, I don't know who that was. That's not the same Laena. Hold on. I'm trying to back it up here.
Forever.
Who is this? I never did all the casting news. I don't know who these people are. I have not seen her. I mean, this can't be, at this age, who would this be? I don't know. Yeah, he lost the 2, John. They did get that right. I don't know. Not sure. I'll have to dig in and find out. All right, Dragon Egg. We'll see if that's the same one. This is definitely Aegon, I believe. I don't recognize him. I don't think anybody else it could be. I don't think, no. I think, Mizzou, I think Laena's the same actress, I believe. Well, I could be mistaken, though. I guess I could. I don't know the cast. I mean, it's the only person that makes sense to me. That's what I was saying, but I don't think we'll see Baela yet. I don't think Scott. I was going to say Ray and Baela, but I don't. We shouldn't see the twins yet. I mean, I don't know. They're going to get a lot of shit's going to happen, so they would be. It could be, but I think that might be an older version of Lane. I just don't know the casting, and that could be like Baela interlap or something. That makes the most sense to me, but that would fit with the time jump. They got to explain a lot of stuff. That's what I mean, Yankee fan. That they didn't establish. They're going to have to go back and basically tell you now, right, that Daemon has kids and all that stuff. So that's what I mean. I think they could almost use another episode, or at least use this one for a little bit more to establish that kind of stuff. But I guess because now we're going to have to be like hearing, yeah, Gersh, Gurish. It makes sense. I mean, it really could only be them, I guess. I just don't know the casting news. I never did much into the casting, but they're skipping so far ahead that they're almost leaving the Daemon Laena stuff out, and you're gonna have to like hear it now, right? So I guess it would have to be Laena and Baylor or something. I don't know. I believe that's probably the only thing that makes sense. I mean, they're all the main ones in the story. So
You
Aegon.
are king.
Okay, that's definitely her because she wants to ride a dragon like her sister for sure. So
We are the blood of old Valyria.
okay, so yeah, this must be. There we go. So they're riding here. There we go. There. Look how big. So I guess that is an older casting of Lena.
Valyria.
But for
So okay, there. It looks like they'll take probably the first part of this episode to establish all this stuff. So that's cool. All right, this will be Sunfire. Hold on, let's get back and see that one more time. So Daemon and Lena, Bela and her sister probably.
We are the blood of old.
Because Bela has a dragon and her sister wants to ride a dragon too, like her, and she successfully does later, but she doesn't get a dragon as quick, so that's probably her with the dragon egg, trying to get it to hatch. This has got to be older Lena now. I didn't know they were doing an older Lena. I thought they would wrap this up differently, but I guess not. So that's good. So we are getting at least some story here with the Daemon stuff.
Old Valyria.
That's going to be Vhagar. Look how giant. Look how small she is compared to this wing. So this is what this is Lena here on Vhagar. So good. I'm glad we're going to get some of that before things happen. What's up, Zara? How are you? Welcome back. You're fine. You're fine. I was actually a little behind too, but thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. He is a real family guy. I'm assuming. Oh shit. Hello, Itachi. How are you? Yeah, it is going fast. It is going a bit fast now. Like we man, that's what I was saying. Like, at least this episode will. I'm glad this is we're seeing this because I was just saying that before in the review section or whatever that they didn't establish all this with Daemon and Lena and all that stuff. But I didn't want to jump ahead either. But obviously they're showing it here, so obviously spoiler warning for what I think may happen here. But that's clearly what it has to be. I didn't know they were doing a separate older Lena. I thought she would be the same actress.
but for
This will be Sunfire. This is what we saw in the teaser before, probably from that egg we just saw. Again, this will be some. This will be interesting. I'm not going to say what the significance of that would be, obviously. But this is probably going to be Aegon's dragon, Sunfire, the golden. That will probably be what we're seeing here. I can't really see it here, but in the breakdown where they showed this in the teaser, you could see that it was the golden scales and stuff. So this will be Sunfire. Definitely coming to play. Again, I'm not going to say that. That's a major spoiler. But likely a younger Sunfire being presented to Aegon, I'm assuming, or something like that. So we'll see. He's too small, obviously, you can see here, to anybody to ride yet.
you surrender what you
This, okay, look, we got young Joffrey here. So Rhaenyra has Luke here, like Lucerys probably. Joffrey's the youngest, still in a baby. So this would likely be Dragonstone at this point. We'll see if she goes back, because she's still in the beginning episode. Maybe she's not on Dragonstone yet, but I imagine she is. She looks like she's on the council, but she should be on Dragonstone at this point, so we'll see. Uh-oh, Sunfire, yes, exactly. Oops, I'll keep one of my hidden. All right, so Lucerys and Joffrey and Rhaenyra.
you should not. Her father, compromised by the acts of her son.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so I won't say so much here, just again for spoilers' sake, but this is Harwin Strong. As you can see, we're seeing him more often. So this is Breakbones. That was his father again, and Viserys there. Ooh. So somebody's getting the shit smacked out of him. Okay, that's... Oh, okay, Strong. And that... Is that Cole? This is the training yard. The White Cloak's here. So this is going to be... That's a Strong. It looks like maybe when... I can't see who that is. That doesn't look like Cole. See Aegon here, Lucerys, just Lucerys. This is a Strong. Is that because Cole does train them? I think some, and I believe he's with Aegon. So this is Aemond. I mean, I said Aegon. This is Aemond. So I can't see if that's Cole. Yeah, it looks like it, but
Tab 1.
not quite the way that works out, if that's him. Okay, we got... let me back this up again.
Compromised by the acts of her son.
So, yeah, this is going to be like the kids not getting along and all this kind of stuff. Again, I won't go too far. But this is where all these are all one big happy family here, right? And now everybody starts to have kids ground and pound. And you can see here, the reason is these kids over here, let me see if I can get to that shot. Jacaerys and Lucerys don't look like Targaryens. Just saying. So, this is going to be like where it really shit hits the fan with the kids not getting along. Team MFing Black. Same here, Jeffrey, but it is interesting to see what people will get from the show, since they're actually giving the characters some depth. So, yeah, the kids are not going to get along here. This is the beginning of the end, essentially.
To have one child like that is a mistake. To have 3 is an insult.
So here she's talking about to have one child is a mistake. To have 3 is a... What else? Let's hear what she says.
To have one child like that.
Because this is Rhaenyra right here with Joffrey, I believe. You can see Rhaenyra's hair here. This is Joffrey with brown hair. And now we have the voiceover at the same time of Alicent.
Child like that is a mistake. To have 3 is an insult.
To have 3 is an insult. So here's all the rumors coming back that these 3 kids of Rhaenyra's are not Rhaenyra's. And then you have Lionel Strong here going, uh-oh.
People have eyes.
There's Joffrey.
The consequences of an allegation like the one
There's the clubfoot again.
you twirled would be dire.
Let's see what Viserys says here. People have eyes.
Is a mistake. To have 3 is an insult.
People have eyes.
Okay.
The consequences of an allegation like the one you twirled would be dire.
Yeah, so what is going to happen here, you're going to have these people, he's saying people have eyes, right? People can see clearly that these kids have brown hair and don't look Targaryen, they don't have, or Valyrian, blonde, the hair, the eyes. Clearly they're not Laenors, right? Yeah. Brian, yeah, no, they will. That's been for sure. They will. They probably already started. I mean, I already got scripts written, so that won't take long. Probably be this fall. So yeah, the rumors start, and then Viserys is like, and Rhaenyra at the same time are like, no, it's all bullshit. These are all rumors. Anybody that says any different will have your tongues. So. Yeah, Patrick, not her husbands. Obviously, yeah, these kids do not look like Laenor, right? Or her. But they're supposed to both be Valyrian, right?
Dracarys!
Oh! But, here's the thing. Just to point it out, they're dragon riders. But she is their mother, right? So they got the blood. But not from Dad. So, we'll see. This might be the hot pincers to remove some tongues here.
Would be dire.
Dracarys!
Very cool. Dragon. So, that looks like Lucerys or Luke getting a dragon. This could be the night. Let's see. I was trying to see. You got dragon handlers behind him. So... Don't know if this will be the night. Nah, I don't know. I don't think this will be the Aemon night. I won't mention what actually happens there, but Lucerys getting a dragon, and that is the end. So yeah, no, we got a lot going on. I mean, we got so much stuff in here now. It's going to change. It's going to move quickly now. It looks like so. I will watch that closer and break it down, all that good stuff as well. Let me close that. In a separate video. So yeah, they got a lot. Next week's going to be pivotal in the sense of like you got to catch us up for 15 years. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see. All right, you got 15 years now to catch up on. So I'm glad they're doing. Arax, right, Scott? So we're going to see a lot more dragons introduced. You're going to see the Damon and Lena stuff, and then their kids, Bela and all that stuff as well. I mean, you got then Rhaenyra's kids. You got a lot more people coming in that people are kind of like go, wait a minute, who is that again? Who is that? Who is that? So it's gonna change a lot. Siri Evans Start, yeah, Vermax, Arax, yeah, definitely there for sure. I'm colorblind. I can't see the colors. I don't even remember actually. Vermax is green, I believe. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming. What's up, Bolting Vulture? How are you? There's no way Viserys survives 10 Westeros years after what he was doing in episode 5. Apparently he does. Which he has to for the story. But yeah, they made him almost, start passing out and spitting up blood a little too quickly, maybe. We'll see. I mean, maybe he actually gets some treatment that works somehow. I don't know, because Mello certainly ain't on his side. Dale, love this episode. Yeah, it was outstanding, and now it's going to get crazy. So this is the beginning here of the end, essentially. Scott of Greywater watch Jacaerys rides Vermithor. Yes. Yes, that's correct. Yes, I believe. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell how they edit. I can't see color. I can't see these colors in these dark ass streams. I just knew that one was sunflower. I was pretty positive in the breakdown of that because it was pretty clear, and when I had that footage, that it was golden. It's so hard to tell, especially when they're smaller and kind of all darker. All right, Jay's board, have a good one. Yeah, we're about to get out of here too. In just a few minutes. We're going to keep these a little bit shorter so everybody can take off and start their weeks and all that good stuff. But no, Brian, he's got to stay. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he would unless they make a major change from the books, and obviously he's not. But this is a 10 or 15-year time jump, and he's got to stay around for a little bit longer. The reason that is because Rhaenyra needs to be on Dragonstone when that happens, and then that gives Alicent and them the chance to do what they're going to do. I won't go into any details there. You kind of know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Pillow, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it, man. Welcome. So, yeah, a lot going on. A lot of new people coming in next week. We got rid of, shout out to Millie Alcock and young Allison. I'm sorry for getting her name right now. And then I guess young Raina as well. I thought she would be the same, or just they age her up a little bit or whatever. But anyway, so it looks like we're going to see a lot of the Daemon. They're going to skip a lot of time, obviously, and just kind of give us the backstory of Daemon's kids and all that kind of stuff as well. And then it looks like that at this point we already have Rhaenyra with her 3 as well. So lots of new characters coming in. It's going to be a little confusing for some of these blonde people. So, because, Aegon, Aemond, and they both look similar, but Aemond will have a distinct feature when he gets a little older too. So we'll see that probably later in the season, a couple episodes away. CT, I feel so bad for Viserys, constant drama and deathly ill. Yeah, I do too. I really do. He's done really good. Patty Constantine with Viserys. What's up, Jake Cruz? How are you? Anyway, so let's get out of here. It's almost midnight. We'll keep this a little bit shorter. Lot coming up next week. It really took a turn, like a sharp turn, this episode. So really outstanding. What's up, Jenny of Coldstone? Hello. And then next week is going to get really crazy because you don't just have the drama with the adults. With Alicent now and Rhaenyra, that's going to be pretty established, right? But now you have the drama with the kids of the adults, and that starts very early. And they all want to prove themselves, and there's accusations thrown around because of how they look, and there's going to be lots of that stuff in the family, obviously, and pretty clear who they are, and that's going to start some shit. So we'll see what happens, but going to get crazy from here. So Anyway, guys, really appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate you hanging on these live streams. I'll try to get the videos out tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm not going to be in some crazy rush because I know a lot of people, they get screeners, which is cool, good for them. But they can watch this episode yesterday and then have a video out today at 10:01. So you'll probably already see several breakdowns and all that stuff already out probably now, I'm sure, which is cool. But I can't, so I'm not going to be in some huge crazy rush and drive myself insane. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. Have a good one as well. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Pillow, for subscribing. Paula Rose for the super chat. Greenleaf for the super chat. Sammy for the super chat. Rebecca. Randy Suimatsu super chat. Josh for the 50 super chat. Thank you, man. Frazzled for subscribing. Lady Eternal for the super chat. Jake from State Farm. Lady Jen. Sammy. LPF 1966, thank you for the super chat as well, and Jordan for subscribing as well. Thank you. I think that's everybody. I hope I didn't miss something. I know I don't get all the alerts sometimes. So, oh God, topless. Oh no, here we go. Becky don't want to see that. Anyway, so thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. This is going to be a crazy next week for sure. This is already crazy this week, but it's going to get crazy. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.